Say hello to the Oppo Find N5. Finally here, live in the flesh in the Tech Odyssey studio. I've been really excited about this one, and I've been trying for weeks to get my hands on one. So big thanks to Oppo for sending this out. This is the phone to beat right now. If you're in the foldable phone market, it's got a thinner than ever phone, big screen, supposed to be basically creaseless, and lots of other cool things. So I'm really excited about checking it out. So without further ado, let's do exactly that. Here we have the Oppo Find N5. So let's take it out of the box. This is an interesting looking box for sure. So Oppo Find N5, the foldable phone from our good friends out east at Oppo. It's got the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor in it and lots of other goodies like 50 megapixel camera, Android 15, and a big 8.2 inch screen when it's unfolded. So got some neat paperwork stuff here. Let's go ahead and take this off. Try and do it without tearing everything up, but y'all know I don't have much, whatever. Screw it. I already tore the paper, so it's dead to me. Anyway, wow, this is really nice looking color. It's this opalescent effect. Comes in misty white, cosmic black, and dusk purple. I guess this is the misty white. And it's cool. It's got this really neat opalescent effect to it, and I like it. Nice kind of smooth texture there. Big old camera bump on the back, which of course means serious business. 50 megapixel primary camera, 50 megapixel periscope telephoto, 3 times optical zoom, and then you've got the 8 megapixel ultra wide. It's capable of 4K up to 60 frames per second. Hasselblad color cooperation, and then the belle of the ball, this big old giant screen, 8.2 inches, and then the front screen is 6.62 inches. So you get like a normal front screen experience, which kind of emulates having a normal size phone, and then you open it up and you can see that there's not much of a crease at all. And there's a little bit, but compared to what you get with Samsung and some of the other guys, that is substantially better. We got the selfie camera right over there. You've got an 8 megapixel on the outside and then the 8 megapixel on the inside, capable of 4K 30. And this is supposed to be the lightest and thinnest foldable phone on the market, like the big guys. This weighs 229 grams. And it's got a glass front, nano crystal glass, and then it's got plastic front, whatever you've got it inside of here. So glass back or eco leather back if you happen to have one of those. Titanium alloy hinge, aluminum alloy frame. So there's a lot of great stuff that goes into this construction and build quality wise. Nano SIM, it does have that as well. And then Nano SIM plus eSIM, or you can do 2 Nano SIMs. IPX8, IPX9, which is really impressive considering it's a foldable. And just so you know, the IPX, the first X would normally be like dust resistance, so dust and water. It's not rated for dust, but it does have IPX8 and X9, meaning you can drop this in the water for up to half an hour for up to 1.5 meters. And it's protected against pressurized and heated water as well, which is pretty cool. Running Android 15, the latest color OS 15, which is cool. 256 gigabytes of storage and 12 gigs of RAM. Now they do have a 16 gig RAM model. You get 5, 12, or 1 terabyte, and those come with 16. So pretty cool there. Let's see what else is in the box. Let me see. You got this crazy charger, which is 80 watt. So if this works for you in your region, you get an 80 watt Super VOOC charger. That's nice. And then what's inside of here, hopefully it's a case of some sort. That would be really nice. We got a charging cable, USB Type A to USB Type C. Paperwork I'm not going to read. There it goes. And then it has in the paperwork was a SIM ejector tool. You just probably didn't see that while it was falling to the floor. And then it has this fancy little back cover. Ooh, this is nice. It's like that eco-vegan leather stuff. Feels super nice and premium. Definitely don't flex this too much because it's very, very thin, very pliable. I guess they figure if the phone is really thin, you don't want to make a bulky case. It's going to make it super bulky and hefty. So it seems like only the back plate is in here, but it does look super, super nice. And honestly, I don't care that much. It's got a hinge protector, which is cool. And then you've also got this really cool case. I don't actually use the front cover on even like my Z Fold 6, so I'm actually really okay with it only having the back plate, unless the front part somewhere in the floor when I dropped everything, but I don't think so. Hit the power button here. Got the power button and the volume rocker. You got the alert slider switch, which Oppo and OnePlus are known for, up here on this part. We got our microphones up top, speaker, and then on the bottom we got our SIM tray and then a speaker and microphone down here as well. So everything that you could need, and it looks nice. Man, this is a nice looking phone. It looks gorgeous. It does have a decent sized camera bump, which of course does add more heft to it. So they make the phone super thin, but then you have that camera bump that juts out because you need the extra depth, especially for like that periscope telephoto camera. So anyway, pretty neat stuff. Let me go ahead and get it set up. So here we have the Oppo Find N5. Now this is the case I still have on here, which is utterly beautiful. It's this really nice, soft touch leather, or faux leather, whatever it is, vegetable leather, or is that what they call it? Vegan leather, not vegetable leather, vegan leather. Anyway, let me take that off. The back of it looks super, super nice. I love the texture. I love this look. It is absolutely beautiful. And just like we looked at a second ago, this sucker is insanely thin, and you wouldn't guess it. It has a 5600 milliamp battery inside of here. So this sucker is even thinner, substantially thinner, I think, than the Z Fold 6, and has a 1200 milliamp bigger battery. So 5600 milliamps, that's fantastic. Charges it up to 80 watts, which actually makes sense, because sometimes you'll look at them and like a OnePlus phone might be charges 80 in the US, charges up to 115, 110 or whatever elsewhere. That's because of the plugs and the capability here in the US. We can only charge up to 80 watts. So if you've got, now that makes sense, right? So you can charge up to 80 watts in the States. I know that's not really the primary audience, but if you just have one set charging speed, maybe it makes life easier. Either way, the recharge is quick, fast, and in a hurry. Has a physical fingerprint scanner built into the power button, which is a little high. I mean, my natural fit for my hand is just below it, so I have to extend my thumb up a little bit to get to it, but it works fine. Facial recognition, all that jazz, and it is just a beautiful phone. I cannot get over how beautiful this phone looks. This is a technological work of art. And if you're bored with the same old in the Samsung department, you will find this incredibly impressive. It's got a nice size outer screen, which is big enough you can do whatever you want with it, and then you open it up and get this massive display on the inside too, which is just over 8 inches. I think it's 8.12. Now, rumor is, word on the street with the original leaks that we've seen with the Z Fold 7, it's supposed to have an 8.2, which would make it just slightly larger than this. But I think the exterior cover screen, let me see, what is it, 6.62? I think the Z Fold 7 is supposed to be a 6.5. So it'll be interesting how that stuff pans out. But yeah, this is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful phone. And it's got a nice, super bright screen. We're looking at 2100 nits peak brightness. So it's not like the 4000, 4500, that crazy stuff, but that's going to be absolutely good enough for you. It doesn't look like there's a lot of pre-installed stuff. You can see there's a few apps over here. My Oppo, Lazada. I'm not sure what Lazada is. Shopee, SG. Yeah, there's a couple of things on here, but it's not overloaded with bloatware, so that's also nice. You got plenty of storage space. Again, starts off 256, 12 gigs of RAM. There's 5 gig, 5, 12, and 16 gig, and a 1 terabyte and 16 gig. Of course, those will cost more money. But yeah, can't wait to mess with this phone. Beautiful so far. I really like it. Got to go test out the cameras and some other cool stuff, see what the battery life is like. But I just can't get over it. It's so nice. Super, super, super nice. And it's kind of disappointing because, so as of right now, OnePlus has said that they're not going to have an Open 2 here this year, which is kind of disappointing because it would be based off of this, and this is amazing. So yeah, I kind of have mixed feelings about that. Hopefully one will come out next year. We'll see what happens. Maybe because of the positive remarks people have had about this, maybe they'll like straight pipe one and try and get it out towards the end of the year. But yeah, this is really nice. Can't wait to mess with it. Everything I've seen about it is really, really impressive, and it's really refreshing. I mean, this is so nice, and it's really, really refreshing, especially after it's like same old with the Z Fold, same old with the Z Flip. You know, this is nice. So that's all I got so far. Beautiful phone. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but it does have 120 hertz refresh rate on the inside and the outside, which is glorious and makes it great for all your smooth scrolling and gaming and watching videos and movies and stuff like that. So that's all I got. Any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, all that stuff, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.